Hello, healers and health seekers. It's me, Ichoda, healing with medical medium information for, I can't remember, for over 4 years now. I don't even know. What I have healed: mast cell activation disorder, POTS, dysautonomia, migraines, chronic fatigue syndrome, fibromyalgia, so many things. That's not what I'm here to talk about. Today it's a What's Up Wednesday. I'm talking about my healing journey, what's going on with me, and I'm in my kitchen because I just feel like I don't have time to do the things I want to do anymore, so I'm just going to try to combine two activities. Sorry about the lighting. It is what it is. Okay, I'm preparing my food for the day. I am on the Advanced 369 cleanse, and this is round 14. It's day 2. So what I do in the morning is I prepare my foods. I prepare my foods for my family. I get all that together, and celery. I'm making my spinach soup, so I've got the tomatoes and the garlic cloves in and celery. So I've already prepared. I've had my lemon water, I've had my celery juice. I know it's probably frustrating because you can't see what I'm doing, so you just hear the noises. I've had my lemon water, I've had my celery juice, I have made my applesauce for the day, making my spinach soup. I have smoothie, heavy metal detox smoothie ready to go in the blender. Just add blueberries. That's how I do it every morning. I just prep everything. I've got, you can see everybody's tinctures back here. So that's what I'm doing. So I'm going to move around a little bit while I do this because I got to grab things. My kitchen is a wet bar that's been converted to a makeshift kitchen with a toaster oven and a Instant Pot. That's how we cook. So it's a very small area, as you can see. Instant Pot. Okay, anyway, lately, I know I've talked about this in previous videos. I don't know how long it's been since I've made a video, but I did feel like it was important to talk about. Lately, I don't know about you guys, although I can guess that this is not only me. I'm not the only one that this is happening for. I'm 100% positive about that. But that what seems to be happening lately is just, it's like, for me, I'll just talk about me though, because I can really only just talk about myself. I'm noticing, first of all, I can't multitask. That's what I'm noticing. I'm not able to talk and prepare food at the same time. Yes, I can. I can do it when I'm on the phone, so I don't know what my deal is right now. Sorry. I notice that what's happening in my world is that so my grandmother, who is 93 years old and is sharp as a whip, don't even make fun of me for my, go ahead and make fun of me for my inability to cohesively string a phrase together, but she's 93 and she has lymphoma, which she has been dealing with for some time, and she is getting conventional treatments, and I'm not able to, she makes her own choices. So I do what I can to get stuff into her that'll help, like B12, and I bring her smoothies and I bring her juices and whatever, but she's gonna make her own choices about what she wants to do. Right now I'm making cauliflower almost every day. My son has the sticky sesame cauliflower, and I am making a batch of that for his lunch. Where was I? Capacity. It's a lot. Oh, my grandmother. So my grandmother has lymphoma, and I am trying to, my brothers really do the bulk of her care, like driving her to appointments and her laundry and getting her groceries and stuff like that. And it's been that way for, a long time. But when I can, I try to do a little bit. And then my cousin and I, who have been trying to help ease their load and see, you know, what services we can get from her community and that she lives in. She lives in a... Anyway, I don't really mean to go into the detail, but we're just trying to see what we can do to help ease the load and stuff like that. So like right now in my life, my focus is my healing, always, obviously. My family, my immediate family, that's my husband and my son. Well, kind of now includes my in-laws, but less so because it's like I'm in charge of their life and what they eat. They do their own thing, you know. They eat a standard American diet. That's what they cook upstairs in the kitchen, you know, so every morning I'm smelling coffee and bacon and eggs and all that stuff. That's fine. They make their own choices. They're grown-ups, right? I love them. They're amazing people. It's been amazing living in this house with them, to be honest, because just like all of us getting to know each other and understand each other better and just supporting each other through this ridiculous time. That's really been a gift. So, sorry, I'm looking down constantly. It's because I'm preparing food, so just please bear with me in this terrible video. This terribly done video. So that's been my focus, my family, my immediate family, and then a bit of my extended family. Just trying to see how I can support where I can and how I can visit and stuff like that, given all of the restrictions of different lifestyles and other restrictions. So everything else out there going on in the world, like all of it to me feels just sort of like noise and a distraction from what is the most important. And for me, part of like focusing on my healing is like the birds, feeding my animals and feeding the birds, and just I spend time every day just standing at the window watching the birds and what they're doing and watching them at my feeders. I got a new feeder. And then I have a lot of stuff that, okay, so I had to finish knitting my husband's scarf. So I have projects things that I make with my hands. Like I knit and I crochet and I sew, and I'm doing some adjustments to everybody's masks, and I'm finishing a quilt, and I needed to finish 2 scarves. I knitted one for my son, and then my husband needed a different scarf, so I knitted one for him too. They're identical, except my son's is longer. And it's just, I've been busy kind of doing all that stuff. And like I said, so that's my focus. It's like, it's here in our space. And then, you know, a little bit extended family, my grandmother and my brothers and stuff, and my cousin. And then there's my immediate friends, my closest friends, the people that I talk to on an almost daily basis, you know, we kind of not talk necessarily. Sometimes we talk, but mostly we just text back and forth because nobody has time, you know. Everybody is kind of, I think, in that space right now where it's like we just can sort of only focus on like what's in our immediate environment, or I don't know. I know there are people out there that have capacity for more, but so everything out there that's going on in the world and all of the information about it that's coming at us from every direction just feels like noise to me. Like because to me it's like, look, here's what I know is true, is the information that comes from medical medium. Everything else, it's like, maybe. But there's stuff that resonates and there's stuff that doesn't, but I don't even have really the capacity for the stuff that resonates for me right now, like other than medical medium information and then what's in front of me. It's like everything to me feels like extraneous noise. It all feels like distractions. It all feels like too much. Like things want to pull my energy. It's like I don't even, like you probably have noticed, like I haven't even answered my comments. It's not that I don't want to. It's like it's extra, and I haven't had the capacity for extra. And or making videos. I don't know if I'll even get this edited. I have another video that I made a while back that I still haven't edited. So it's just like that. And then for me, it's like right now, answering questions. I love answering people's questions. I honestly, like, I really love answering people's questions. And if it's just a question, I can do that. You know, I do have the capacity for that, like just sort of little things here and there. But it's hard for me right now to go farther than that, like to sort of to help anyone and kind of guide them further than just answering a couple of questions. Like I for sure don't have the capacity to be like a regular consult for people. And it's not personal and it's not anything like that. It's just like, this is where I am in my space right now. Like I don't really have the energy to give extra. I guess I have to find some compassion for myself for that, because I'm I feel guilty about it. Like I'm like, oh, I should be doing more, but I'm doing as much as I can. I really am. I'm doing what I can, and it's just gonna have to be okay. You know, what am I gonna do? I can't. I'm not gonna overextend myself. I'm gonna do what I'm capable of doing and have compassion for myself that it isn't more or meeting some expectation of somebody else. And it just is what it is. So that's how it is right now. And I guess I wanted to talk about it because I wanted, if anybody else is sort of feeling like that, I just wanted to be like, hey, I'm with you, because it's okay. And sometimes that's the space we're in, and it's okay. We don't have to do more than we're capable of doing, and we don't have to overextend ourselves to try to meet somebody else's expectation. And it's really okay. If somebody reaches out to me and they are in a space of me needing more guidance and help than I can give, the best I can do is to say, here's what I can tell you to do. But it's kind of up to you. It's that whole, like, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. Like I can show you the water, but then you're on your, I'm like, I gotta take my own drink. You know, here's the water. I gotta take my own drink so I don't get dehydrated. And yeah, I think that's kind of the deal. Okay. So we wanted to talk about why I am doing a round of the cleanse again, and why I've just done, like, I just did a round. And then there was a few days of a break, and then went into round 14. I haven't even had the strength, I haven't even had the capacity to post about that I'm doing the cleanse on social media or anything like that. Like, I watch people do this all the time, and they're like, oh, I'm doing this cleanse, and and they talk about their process and everything. I have just not had the capacity for that. I was able to post about watching the bird feeders, but I think it's like I haven't felt like I could write a post or even try to document, the stuff I'm eating or whatever. It's just how it is right now, I guess. It's just a lot. So, dolls. So one of the reasons that I keep doing rounds of the cleanse, and you might be thinking, how? And why are you doing rounds of the cleanse? Doesn't that seem like a lot of extra? And I do understand barley best juice powder. I put it in the jar myself. It's an amber glass jar. There, you can see. It is Vimergy brand. I like to have it in these jars. So, I like to do rounds of the cleanse because right now I feel like the cleanse is kind of the only thing keeping me afloat. I don't know what know Anthony has, I know the medical medium has talked about the spraying being heavier during holiday season and stuff like that, when they know people are gathering and are going to be out more. And maybe this is the effects of that. Like maybe my like added brain fog and just sort of feeling like, oh, it's just taking all of my energy just to kind of do the most important things in my life right now. Like maybe that is why, because there's these added toxins in the environment. And maybe, I don't know. I mean, that's kind of the only explanation I can think of. But when I do rounds of the cleanse, I feel like, okay, then I have the energy to do what I need to do. I can get all this stuff done. I can get all this food made in a day, you know, the food for my son and my husband and myself. My husband kind of does his own stuff, but it's like a little bit of each, you know. I help. He's not doing the cleanse or anything, but he also doesn't eat what Kieran eats. He doesn't like the cauliflower stuff, so whatever. But for me, it's just the cleanse kind of helps keep me functional and helps keep me able to get the food made and do the things I need to do and feed the birds and feed the animals, feed the cat and feed the dog and feed my son and feed myself. And if I'm not doing it, like even when I'm not on the cleanse lately, now this is just, it's been a thing lately where even when I'm not on the cleanse, I'm basically doing the 3-6-9 cleanse until dinner. So I'll have steamed potatoes for dinner, maybe with like a bed of lettuce. And I talked about this in my last video. It's like my favorite thing to eat when I'm not on the cleanse. It's a big, it's a head of lettuce and 1.5 to 2, depending on the size of the potatoes, 1.5 to 2 steamed potatoes and 2 ice cube trays size, like ice cubes of the medical medium raw sriracha and the juice of half a lemon and an equal amount of maple syrup. And then I mix it all together and it is happiness. I love it so much. I can't even tell you. I just did tell you. I love it. So that's what I'll eat when I'm not on the cleanse. I like to keep things pretty simple, and I just tend to eat the same things over and over because it's just easier. I don't feel like trying to make fancy recipes or anything, but I will make, you know, soups and stuff for my son and my husband. Occasionally I'll eat them too, but I just keep it simple when I'm not doing the cleanse. And then when I'm on the cleanse, I just eat the same thing every day. And then on day 7 and 8, I add a celery juice. And then on day 9, it's juice day. And that is how I do the cleanse. I'm super boring, but it makes it simple and easy for me. And that's what I like. And I don't feel like I need a ton of variety anymore. So, like, I just like having things be simple. The more rounds of the cleanse I do, the more functional. Like, it's a normal for me now to be functional. Oh my gosh. I've come so far in my healing, you guys, I'm telling you, because it is, I expect it now. I expect to be functional now. And, you know, as opposed to, I never expected to be functional when I was really sick. And even, you know, through some of my healing, I wouldn't have the expectation of being functional every day. So I expect a certain level of function. I can allow for, you know, needing downtime and down days and stuff like that, and that's fine. But it's definitely more often than not that I'm fully functional. Down days are much fewer and farther between than ever in the history of ever within my healing. I love that. I just love that. I love thinking about how far I've come. One of the things I intend to do in the near future is to, hopefully, is to go back through like old blog posts and read about where I was when I was really sick, and then talk about how far I've come in my healing since then and what that's like. Because I feel like, I don't know, I feel like that would be kind of fun and hopefully beneficial to people. What do you guys think? Should I do that? Yeah, so that's why I'm on round 14 of the cleanse. Again, non-consecutive. I did do in there, I think 12 and 13 were consecutive rounds, I think. And then, yeah, and then this has been a non-consecutive round because there were a few days in there of break. Basically, that's just kind of how I live now. It's like cleanse, a couple days of not cleanse, cleanse, maybe a couple rounds of the cleanse in a row, couple days of not cleanse. But even when not cleansing, still totally fat-free, salt-free. I shouldn't say totally fat-free. I should say totally radical fat-free. That's what Medical Medium calls it. Radical fats. That's the extraneous fats that you would add to things like nuts and seeds and oils and nut butters and, you know, animal protein and stuff like that. All those kinds of fats. So radical fat-free. Because all fruits and vegetables have tiny, tiny amounts of their own fats. And salt-free, and none of the no foods ever. That's not even a consideration for me anymore. I don't even think about it. So yeah, it's just the difference on non-cleanse days is that I have steamed potatoes. As much as I can, I try to make sure I do have greens with the steamed potatoes. There have been times where I've just eaten the steamed potatoes all by themselves. Like no sauce, no greens, nothing, just the potatoes. And I enjoy that too. It's amazing how much my taste buds have changed over the years and what things that I just delight in now that I would have thought, what, before. That's the way it is when you clean up your liver and you clean up your body and you just get connected with your food and you get connected with what it's doing for you. That's what happens. All right, I think that's everything I wanted to talk about. Thank you so much for watching this video if you had the capacity to do it. If you like this video, you can thumbs up below. You can subscribe to the channel by hitting the subscribe button over there. You can ding the bell next to it if you want to be notified when I post new videos. I love you, my healers and health seekers, and I wish you so many blessings on your continued healing journey. Keep a light heart. Do what you can to avoid things that make you feel heavy or afraid. Keep doing the Medical Medium meditations. Keep using the information. Feel free to comment below. I can't promise you I'll answer anytime soon, but I promise you I'll read them. I love you. Stay curious. I'll see you next time.